So,
I'm trying to think about my favourite fruit, and I think it's not very strange, but when I was a little girl, I said to my mum, if there was a competition for eating passion fruit, I would win. And I really, really love passion fruit.
It's got such a nice, sharp, distinct flavour.
Yeah. What about those big, ugly fruits? They're bigger than your head.
Oh,
And they just call them
jackfruits? Are they jackfruits or
I don't know.
durians?
Durian.
Durians, yeah.
Yeah. You know, if you can't pronounce it and it's bigger than your head, you're not going to eat it. You know, we're doing a thing on smoothies today. So I made this super smoothie on the weekend and I put cabbage and green beans in it. And
Not right.
yeah, it wasn't good. I wanted to share it with you just as a tip
Yeah,
of
okay.
you know, what not to do when you're making a green smoothie. So we're at Rayner's Orchards in the Yarra Valley, Richard, and it's the most beautiful day.
A little bit of rain, but still beautiful.
And we've been picking lots of stuff in the orchard for our green smoothie. So we've got spinach and
Guavas, limes, kale.
These are strawberry guavas, and they're seedy, but they taste fantastic, and they're really good for a green smoothie because you get more fibre in them, and they're just a really nice thing to pop in.
These are the guavas.
They're the feijoas.
Oh,
They're the feijoas.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they look weird, but they taste fantastic. The whole idea, Richard, with the green smoothie, because they've become sort of trendy in the last couple of years, but it's a great way to get kids to eat more green things. So you're doing some limes.
I'm doing some limes
in your
now.
squeezy thing. Okay, so can I have that cucumber? Now, I love cucumbers because they're really high water content, so you can just throw them in and you'll get more liquid in your smoothie. And we'll put some coconut water in.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many of these do you want? Feijoas?
3. And mint. The mint's really good for digestion, just beautiful flavour. And some kale. Now, you always, Richard, you know how to do this, you always take the kale off the big stalk in the middle. You don't need too much kale because it can...
That's too much kale.
Is it too much kale?
It's too much kale.
Oh, we'll just have to agree to disagree, Richard.
Okay.
And,
Okie dokie.
and we're going to put some flaxseed oil in, and that's full of omega-3s. And you know what else I want to put in? Some of this. This is MCT. And you know what it means?
No, I don't, please.
Neither do I. It's medium-chain triglycerides, and the only reason I know is because I read the label. I just know it's really good.
We're going to add some of this too.
Yep. And some of this essential
It's a
organic
vegetable-based
greens.
protein powder.
And the protein powder is really cool because what we're making is a really nutritious, fantastic meal, but it's quick and easy.
Yeah.
And for those of us who are busy, which is all of us, you can make one of these and pop it in a little carry cup and take it on the train or the tram or the bus. What else have you put in? Oh, banana. Banana's fantastic for a green smoothie because it's full of potassium.
All right.
When you ask anyone about bananas, that's all they ever say. It's full of
I think
potassium.
no to the banana and yes to turmeric. Turmeric's a great anti-inflammatory. It's a bit like ginger.
Fine, Richard. You just do it your own way.
I am.
Nothing. Oh, way too much turmeric.
Okay.
First of all, you're going to peel off this a little bit, Richard.
You don't have to do that, by the
Okay.
way.
And you're going to just put a small bit in. You know why?
Why?
Because it's really, really strong. And if you put that much turmeric in, you'd drink it and you'd go, oh, a little bit of sick would come into your mouth. So you just put a little bit of that in. And do you know what's really good about turmeric?
Should we whiz?
It's very good for your
Right, come on.
digestion. Ready?
That one, yep.
I love that. And you don't have to whiz it up for very long because it's just veggies.
Oh,
All right, let's have a go.
thank you.
Okay. You can have the first sip.
Okay, this is a real face.
Yeah?
That's not too bad.
Is it gorgeous?
It's not too sweet.
Oh, yum. That is fantastic. Wonderful. And so you can make your own. You just make them up. You can just put whatever you want in. And the best thing is you can put as many green veggies in and the sweetness of the fruit will cover up the fact that some little people don't like green veggies, but every little person that I've given one of these to, they've just gone, can I have another one?
Let's throw more fruit in.
They don't talk like that. I don't even know why I said that.
Because
They say, may I have another one, please, Miss Bartram?
Should we cheers?
Yeah, cheers. Yeah. That is really good. Today we're
At Rainer's Orchard?
We're at Rainer's Orchards in Woorolloc, which is renowned for their stone fruit, but they have the quince. I want to know who was the genius that found the quince and peeled it, and it went brown and hideous.
Yes.
And then they tried to eat it, and it was like...
Yes.
And then someone said, oh, I know, if we boil it for 17 days, it'll turn pink and it'll be lovely. Who was that genius? But then I started thinking in a weird sort of segue about Quincy Jones, because I think he's totally hot. So I did a googly thing around Quincy Jones, and guess what?
What?
Guess what his second name is? You'll never guess what his second name is.
Tell me.
Delight. Quincy Delight Jones.
Wow.
I mean, how hot is that? I think we should have a dessert in our show called Quincy Delight. What's your second name?
Guy. Hang on, Tracy, what are you doing?
Rummaging.
For what?
I'm the Quince Queen of New Orleans.
You are. That definitely says it now.
Earrings,
Too heavy.
but subtle. Do they suit me? I don't generally.
Yellow's,
not my
yellow's,
colour.
yeah, I was going to say yellow's a bit of a colour to get away with, but yeah, I think so.
Makes me look a little sallow. I don't want sallow.
Well, you won't look sallow after we've cooked with them, I can tell you that.
I'm a bit excited about this recipe. It's the quince and the pork.
It's the quince and the pork.
La la la.
What about the quince and the porker? No, the quince.
That's a Prince and the Pauper.
Yeah. It was
The quince and the
God, every time I
porker.
have a play on words, you.
I like quince and the porker.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty good for you.
I know. Not like it's just as dumb as I look.
No, there is a God. So you've got a fantastic recipe for us today, Rich.
Well, it's funny how some flavour combinations pass you by.
You go through life thinking, why didn't I ever try that?
And pork and quince is one of them. Slow roasted with parsnips with a bit of sage.
Parsnips, you know, I hate. I'm not a fan of the parsnip.
No, but it's one of my things is to try to get you to sort of turn around on the parsnip and come from a different angle. And I think
Okay.
today, we're going to do it.
All right. So what are you going to do with those quinces?
I've got to chop them.
You know, we were talking about Quincy Jones.
Yes.
And you can chop while I tell you this interesting fact about Quincy Jones. Quincy Delight Jones is actually Quincy Delight Jones Jr. Like, there's another one. His dad was a Quincy Delight. But he's had, like, 3 wives and 7 kids, so he's quite prolific.
There we are.
Beautiful. So, with the parsnip, beautiful thing, isn't it? And I always cut the end bit off, okay? But I have to say this, Richard, and for anyone watching, I've got a terrible fear of knives. And the reason that I have such a terrible fear of knives is that when I was with my second husband, I moved interstate and it was a very hot place and I was cooking in the kitchen with no shoes and I nicked my finger and went and dropped the knife and it went straight through my foot and I had to have a lot of surgery. So
would the knife be at fault or would you be at fault for wearing no shoes in the kitchen?
my fault, but there's also knife fault as well.
Knife fault.
Did you see what I did then?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So I'm going to just do this one and then I'm just going to say, Richard, will you please do the rest of them because I'm a little anxious. So,
All right.
oh, garlic. What are we doing with these? Because I can't remember.
We're scattering.
We're scattering?
Yep.
Do you want them naked or dressed?
Dressed.
Dressed?
Yeah.
Okay. See, even garlic can be a little bit sexy.
I was going to put branches of sage in there.
So, Otway pork. I didn't eat pork for a very long time for 2 reasons. One, I didn't really know how to cook it. So this is Richard's dish and I'm conceding to you. It's not something that I grew up eating a lot of. And when my parents did cook pork, it would be a pork chop cooked for 15 hours and then you could use it as a shoe. So we're going to pour on top of this some fantastic apple cider vinegar with honey and organic chicken stock. So we've got some of that mixed together.
All right.
And that's a beautiful combination because...
You wait. This is amazing.
All right.
It's sorry, I come from a long line
The
of
Barassi point.
The pointers, yes.
The Barassi point. Give me 20 push-ups now for pointing at me. Come on. 20 Look, is that what you did to your dad?
I'll have 20 party pies, but not push-ups. Yeah, I gave him a lot of strange looks over the years.
I bet you did, yeah. Okay.
All right, so we're going to sprinkle some salt over the top of that.
Is that an awful lot of salt?
No.
Why? It looks like a lot.
Well, you've got it. That's part of the combination is a salty crackling. It has to be salty.
Oh, for the crackling.
Okay, so I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on,
Okay.
just around the veggies.
Then we need to cover it. So what we'll do is we'll put paper, baking paper on the top of it.
Yes.
And that protects it.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, oven door. Thank you.
So what we're going to do is we've got some Otway ham.
Yep.
And we'll cook that with half an apple.
All right.
So we're just going to cut these up into little bits.
Great.
So if you can pop that in the pan.
Beautiful.
And I'll give you these apples to throw in as well. Now, with the sprouts, all you need to do is cut them in half, and then we're just going to throw them into the pan, and that's just going to take those flavours on. But they'll take minutes, really. They want to be al dente. Yeah?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
All right.
How's that going in there, Rich?
I think I'm nearly ready. These are
Yeah?
taking on a lot of colour, which is great.
Okay, let's throw those in. Want to do that?
Yep.
Okay, now I have a secret ingredient. You ready? It's the chilies.
She has a few phobias in life.
Well, no, it's just...
Knives, chilies,
Yeah, well,
parsnips.
well, I've had accidents. I've rubbed my
Dill.
eyes with chilies before. So even though I'm wearing gloves,
All right.
a girl can't be too careful. Okay, so...
This is where you're going to have to show us your knife skills, Trace.
Well, they're really bad. So I'm just going to chop that end off. Okay. Now, that's as dangerous as it gets, okay?
It's as good as it gets.
I know that you... I know that you would handle them a lot better. And look, I'm just making a complete idiot of myself here. That's okay, because it's going to taste all right, okay?
It's going to take a long time.
You know what? I'm going to get you to just cut those into little tiny, please, Richard, little tiny little red bits. That's exactly what I wanted, because it's little and it's pretty, and you're just going to get that flavour.
Okay, there we are, Trace.
Oh, that's pretty. So I'm just going to put a little bit of chicken stock in.
So let's pop the lid on, turn the heat off, and they'll cook in the residual heat.
Yeah. So we've got our pork in the oven. We put it in at 160 degrees. That'll cook for 1 hour. Then we're going to take the cover off. We're going to cook for another half an hour, but crank it up to 180. And then for the last 10 minutes, we're going to push it right up to 220, and then we'll get that beautiful crackling.
And that's the best bit.
It is. And we can pig out on the pig out.
On the pig.
Yeah.
Oh, look, how good does this look?
That looks amazing. Well, while you're going to carve that up and plate it, I'm just going to get the sprouts sorted.
Okay.
Just going to warm them through.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well, I'm going to give it a go.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Right. That goes there. I'm just going to start plating up now. So you just want to pick out the best bits you see?
Well, you can have all the parsnip if you want.
Can I give you one piece, Trace?
Yeah,
please?
fine.
Right.
It looks beautiful. Those colours are great. Look at the quince.
Delightful.
I wonder if Quincy Jones likes quince. I might write to him. I might tweet that to him. Quincy Delight, do you like a quince delight? I'd just be so thrilled if he wrote back.
I wonder if he's got it 1,000 times before.
I don't know.
How's that? All right.
Oh, see, I really want to eat that bit.
Go
Maybe I
ahead,
will.
That is usually the cutters, the person who carves prerogative to be able to do that first.
If I wasn't on telly, because my eyes rolled back into my head then, but I had to stop them because people would think I was unwell.
All right, there we are.
So there we have it, this beautiful dish, Richard. We've got slow-cooked Otway pork with quince and some beautiful Brussels sprouts that we've cooked with more Otway ham and some apple and some chicken stock. This is amazing. Oh, there's a parsnip. I hate parsnip. I'll just have to kill the taste of the parsnip with the Brussels sprout. Not many people would say that.
Cheesecake?
cheesecake. You know, cheesecake, when I was a little girl, it was the most decadent, luxurious thing that you could have was cheesecake.
And this one's going to be one with pine nuts and candied citrus.
Yeah, and really, really good for you. Fantastic ingredients and really easy to make.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to start off with the base. So these biscuits, these are from Coles. Now, Coles has an amazing gluten-free section, and every time I go into a Coles store, it's like, it's bigger.
I was going to say that too.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So these are arrowroot biscuits, and they're gluten-free, they're dairy-free, they're egg-free. They tick all the boxes, so everyone can eat these. So we're going to pop these into the fantastic KitchenAid. And we've got some shredded coconut. Now, macadamia nuts. I've done some research. I know you love these facts. Did you know Australia is the largest, one of the largest producers of macadamia nuts, and we export 40% of the world market? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And the other thing I discovered, because the shell is so hard, that only the bush pig has jaws that are strong enough to crack the shells. And I thought, who knew? Because I've met bush pigs and I had no idea they had that talent. So we're going to throw those in.
I wonder what they do with the shells.
Oh, they just swallow them. They're tough, those bush pigs. Yeah. But some of them don't have many teeth and they can still do it. So we've got some dates for sweetening, and these have been stoned. It's a terrible habit, but these ones are fine. And you've got to be careful with them because you've got to make sure the pip's out, because it really hurts if you bite on a pip. You can break a tooth, but not if you're a bush pig.
You don't have any.
Well, they do. They do. So I've got the giggles now. I'm just thinking about the bush pigs I've known. Okay. Now, Melrose Organic Coconut Oil.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. This one, I've melted it, so I'm just going to pop that in. If you find that it's not having the part in the bowl that you want, just put a bit more coconut oil in. So this is 4 tablespoons, but it just might not be doing what you want.
You've got to combine all those ingredients before it begins to form its mass.
Yeah, so begins to form its mass. Thank you, Pope Richard. Okay, so...
Because I can remember at our family Christmases, Tracy, where we used to have lunch at my grandmother's.
Yes.
And the cheesecake was made with mint chocolate. So
Was it one of those chocolates with the bubbles in it, with the holes that had
and the
air in
little
it?
crystallised bits and pieces they used to keep for the top and then sprinkle that over as decoration?
That sounds really sickly.
So the one we're making sort of is a bit more of a nod to my Italian heritage, which is good.
Well, this is much healthier and much better for kids too.
It's not
because-
Christmas 76.
In Bandura. Thank you. Okay, so I'm popping this straight in the oven. So that's on 150 degrees, Richo.
Yeah.
10 minutes, and that's all you need. I have burnt more of these than I care to remember, so keep an eye on it.
I will.
So I think it's time now for you to do your cheese stuff.
I'm going to do my cheese stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got some lactose-free cream cheese.
Yes, from the Dells.
Okay, so do we just want to blend this with a little bit of cream? Mm-hmm. Don't add all of it because you want to combine your corn flour.
And it's gluten-free corn flour from Coles, from their fabulous gluten-free section.
Very large.
Yes.
Okay. So we just want to tip the corn flour into the rest of our cream. All right, so actually, no, I'm going to turn that off. And then I'm going to add that.
Okay. I need to maybe taste that just from a research point of view.
It's just got corn flour and cream in it. I just don't think it's going to be that nice,
Just
Tracy.
pop that in
You
the
just
sink.
don't have to taste everything.
Sorry, I'm just compulsive eater, can't help it.
All right.
That looks beautiful. Nice shallows.
Nice what?
Shallows.
Turn it off. Nice shallows.
Well, you can't beat it to a peak. You just want it to blend. So I thought, well, nice shallows.
It's just ridiculous.
Oops, sorry about that.
You're going to put the ricotta in now.
Okay, I will.
Do I need to research the taste of that?
Why don't you lick the beater as one would do?
Maybe I will.
Okay. So into this, I'm going to combine our ricotta.
I'm so glad I'm into research. I think we need some spatula action, Richo.
All right.
You might need me to help you there. Just from a research point of view. Can I have that spatula? Yeah.
Okay, there you are.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And we've had some dried fruit soaking. We've got some sultanas there.
Okay, there we go.
Beautiful.
Here comes our candied citrus.
Now, this has been done in agave.
All right. That's all our flavours in here.
So we're going to pop this in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes.
And you can lick the bowl after I've finished.
Great. Research and development.
R&D. And then we're just got to push it out to the edges.
And I'll hold that for research and development. We can pop it in the oven now, Richard.
All right.
I think you can do that on your own because you're talented.
And you can eat that on your own.
30 to 35 minutes, 150 degrees, until it's nicely set.
How is that?
Oh, you'd hate it.
I suppose I should try it.
All right.
I don't often do this. Not bad.
Bad, it's fantastic.
Here we go, Trace.
Oh, that's pretty beautiful.
Look at that. Okay, here we
Now,
go.
this is going to take very deft handwork.
And I might burn myself, but I'll trust.
No, you won't.
There we go.
See, I'm asking Richard to do this because I would drop it and ruin the whole thing and we'd have to start all over again. And we're almost at the end of this episode.
All right. So there you have it. Our lactose-free, egg-free, gluten-free baked cheesecake with candied citrus.
We can share this with people we love. Is there anyone here that we love? Oh, there's some crew. There you go.
Thank you. What do you think, Trev? Beautiful.
Yeah?
You finished yours
I've
too,
done
Bart.
that. It's beautiful.
If you go to intolerantcooks.com.au, the recipe is on there.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
You guys know what you're doing.
Yeah.